Hey, everybody. Hello, everyone. It is so nice to be back with you. Oh my God, this sounds like I've been gone forever. It's been a day. It's actually Sunday today. So I decided to do things a little differently. I'm going to do a short video now and then a short video in the morning. And then that will create our normal time span, and there will be different messages, different vibes, different energies. And I know my voice just allergies, whatever, I don't know. It comes and goes. This happens every now and then. So, interesting. So, what I always say is that your body is your biggest psychic tool, and the message I just got is that I'm not saying what I need to say. Well, there you go. Okay, so the reason why I'm doing this short video today is that I have been running loose in my own head here, my own head and my own heart lately, and not in a pleasant way this week. So I've been trying to figure out what is going on. And I know some of it. Some of it's just being triggered by certain things. And we all have those. And it's our responsibility to get it in check and decide what's triggering it. Is it something that we need to avoid, or is it something within us that we need to deal with, that we're creating? So there's that. Now, one of the things that came up, and guys, I'm a psychic medium. I am an old-fashioned psychic medium. I read energy, stuff comes in, I listen to spirit, boom, done. I am not a trained card reader. I just know what I've picked up over the years, and I love the decks, and they're great for general readings. I am also not an astrologer, so I could give you a long list of things I'm not. But what I am is really good at, and what I do well, is I'm good at picking up on the shifts of energy and trying to figure out what's going on. So I started doing a little bit of digging. If you are feeling triggered, if you are feeling lost in a wave of emotions, and you normally aren't that way, if you think of yourself as the word light worker is used often, or if you think of yourself as a wounded healer, I do know in astrology there is the planet Chiron, and it rules basically. I think it's even called the wounded healer in astrology. And as it so happens, the eclipse tomorrow is in Aries, but it is conjunct to the planet Chiron. Okay, I don't even know if I'm saying that in the right order or sequence. However, it does make sense. So coming to terms with our own wounds so that we don't bleed all over other people, or when other people's wounds affect us, then that's kind of, I think, what's going on. That's a big part of it. Part of me wants to just say, write it out. It's okay. We'll get through it. And then part of me is thinking, this is an opportunity for growth, and this is an opportunity for healing. I think most of us who are on this channel, and those of you watching, we are all wounded healers at some level, and we tend to want to jump in and rescue and take care of other people, and we want to do that, even have a need to do that sometimes. But then sometimes when we need it, people aren't around, or they misconstrue kindness for weakness. So it's okay to attend to your own wounds. Even animals will do that. They will attend to their own wounds. Well, that's where the phrase licking your wounds comes from. So my point is, in all of this, we are in an energetic, I was going to say whirlpool, but I just heard Spirit say, call it a typhoon. So we are in some serious personal reflection and evaluation energy. What I feel could be the outcome of this is that you learn to set up healthy boundaries for yourself and what you will and won't accept. That you are able to let go of some of the baggage from situations of the past and be open to the new. With this eclipse, there's been so much buzz around it. You know, the world is going to be fine. It's going to carry on the way it's always carried on. It's going to happen, and then later this afternoon or evening, everyone will say, oh, wow, we just lived through another eclipse. Wow, that's cool. I think the comet coming through is actually, if it hasn't already, I don't know, I think is even more striking for me personally. But I'm going to pull a card, okay? I'm going to pull a card because related to this issue of learning to heal yourself and learning to heal the wounded healer within so that we don't continue to make the same mistakes and that we don't take out our problems and issues on other people. I always like to say everybody carries around baggage, but you know, each individual is responsible for unpacking their own. But in this season, we need to be really careful. We're not picking up that bag and using it as a weapon to hurt people with. It's sling around and hit them in the head with it, you know. Whether you're being hit with it or you're throwing the bag yourself, or both. So just remember, always try to take the high road. Always try to keep a clear head. Makes it easier to take the high road. Always remember that everyone has issues. And try to sort things through and ask yourself, is this about me or is this about someone else? And, you know, don't use people as dumping grounds, please. Everybody's got stuff going on. Sometimes a whole lot of it. And stuff that isn't even discussed. All right? When you need to talk, talk. Note taken as I lose my voice. Okay. Understand that we are in energetic, odd times. And it is okay to feel vulnerable. It is okay. Well, like, for example, for me, it's been, I feel like I'm on the outside. I'm always on the outside looking in. And just when I start to get comfortable that maybe a door is opened and I can stand inside. Nope. And so it, sometimes through self-sabotage, sometimes just because you hear something that makes you realize you'll always be on the outside. So that's my example. Your example is going to be different. Perhaps it has to do with, there were a lot of finances in the reading. I don't know, when was that? Yesterday, day before? So maybe it has to do with that. Maybe it has to do with repetitive cycles of being cheated on or abuse, like emotional, hopefully not physical, hopefully not any of it. Perhaps it's always that sense of never fitting in or belonging, always being the odd person out, which is kind of like what I was talking about. But, you know, it's okay to feel vulnerable. But if we stay there, then we become debilitated. And other people are not responsible for our histories. Okay, so we have to figure out how to help and heal ourselves. But that also means we got to set up some healthy boundaries and say, you know what, I'm worth a little bit more than this. All right, let's see what Spirit has to say. Well, they already said something. All right, sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron. Okay, and this is the Sandra Ann Taylor Energy Oracle cards. Hello, that doesn't help you much. Okay. They were a lot bigger. I cut them down, so that's why they're small and part of the cards are missing. Sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron. All right, so that's the third eye chakra. Interesting, because I'm pretty sure sometime in the last couple of days there was also a message about see with your clairvoyant eye, not with your physical eyes. Hear with your clairaudience, not with your physical ears. Call on Metatron for truth, wisdom, healing, and ask Metatron to help you understand what it is that you need to know about yourself so that you can heal. Ask to be brought into the place of community where you belong. And Metatron is considered an archangel. He is only one of two that, according to the mythology surrounding it, was actually in human form. And I believe his name was Enoch in life. So, you know. Okay, hostilities was the next card that came out. Sometimes when you set boundaries with people, or you have to say no, or you have to say, I can't right now, but you have every intention of doing something later, sometimes people get wounded. And that's that thing I was talking about earlier, when you don't mean to trigger someone, but you do, because you've been triggered. And you are just functioning from within your own dysfunction. You know, it happens. So hostilities in the form of hurt feelings can arise. So try to be as gentle with creating the boundaries as possible, and try to be as gentle as possible with yourself. Okay? And realize that it's okay to take care of yourself. All right, this one I think is a scary card. That's just creepy. Okay, pure creep show fest kind of stuff, you know. But the card is actually called Deceit. You will find people in your life, and it could even be family, that likes keeping you on the edge of your seat. Always wants you to be available for them, but never the other way around. They like keeping you in a shaken up state. That I love you, I hate you message, you know. When you start, and that will come out or show itself through hostilities when you start setting healthy boundaries. So this reading is all about focus on the wounded healer within. It's okay, and understand you may get triggered a little bit more here lately, or recently and in the near future. Because when you set healthy boundaries, very often other people don't like it. This card came out, and it is one of my favorite in the deck. And a beautiful symbol, the yin and the yang. When you find your balance, you have more to give. When you find your balance, you know how to receive. When you find your balance, all things fall into alignment. Okay, and I think I'm going to go ahead pretty much and end it there, because then this video is going to end up getting really long. Well, they gave me 2 more. So let's see what we've got really quickly. Yeah, it's kind of the same repeating message. Door to value. You have to find balance, and you have to find your own value. If you don't think that you're worth the best of someone, then why would they ever think they have to give it to you? you know. So make sure you do that for yourself. Okay. And again, this has a tornado in it. Storm warning. Now, that's not necessarily a warning of things coming, like with hostilities and deceit and, the fallout of setting boundaries. This is a shakeup. I'm going to bet someone's going to hear, well, what happened to you? You changed. It's not that you changed so much as you stopped being a doormat. You don't have to go ripping and tearing and doing all kinds of craziness and destroying other people to set up boundaries and prove that you're, the storm. That is not necessary at all. You can very calmly and very quietly just simply refrain from being available all the time. You can say what you need to say. And you can also not question whether you're good enough or any of the enoughs that people put themselves through. So, yeah, it's getting later in the evening, so I am a little tired. But I'm good. And I know the people that I do have in my life are people who want to be here. So that's good. That's great. And so now it's our jobs to work on ourselves to try to be as healthy psychologically, physically, and emotionally and spiritually as possible. Okay? And understand that we are in the middle of a tidal wave of emotions. So if you feel like laughing one minute and then crying the next, and that's not normal for you, it could just be that you're feeling, seeing, and hearing things that surprise you a little. Okay, so that is not as dire as it sounds. I'm just a little tired, I think, and dragging a little. We have a world of possibility in front of us. So I want you to think about what it is you most want tonight. Well, for the next foreseeable future. And I want you to think about protecting that image in your head of what it is you want, and not what could go wrong or whether you're the right whatever it is that you think you need to be. Decide what it is that is important to you, and then play it out in your mind like it's already happened. You don't have to fill space. You just have to be who you are. So, with that, I will see you in the morning, and we will go into hopefully some very interesting reading options with the cards, okay? But I know I've been particularly whiny here lately, and I couldn't figure it out, so I thought, I know there's got to be some other reasons going on behind this. So it's even caught me by surprise a few times. I'm typically not a whiny kind of gal, So anyway, we are in the We are in the tidal wave, the typhoon of a lot of watery emotions. Okay? But you are good enough, and you do deserve the best. And you are not standing on the outside looking in. Wherever you are, you belong. It's that simple. All right, love to you all. Be well. Have a good night. And you'll see this in, I don't know, I think I'll go ahead and put it out tonight and then do another one in the morning. Okay? All right.